What's up, everybody? Justin Van Horn back at the LMP. Today we're looking into short loins, kind of looking at the primal right here. Your short loin is being broken into two different pieces. So you have your tenderloin side and then your strip loin side. So we'll talk about those two. We'll talk about the definitions of a porterhouse, with it having to be at least 1.25 inches of tenderloin, and then a T-bone, which has to be at least 1/2 inch of tenderloin to be considered that. There's our strip loin side. Now where my finger is on the tenderloin side. We'll show one getting trimmed up and then cutting. Here, once again, there's that strip loin on the bottom, and then since we have a little bit up there, kind of on the T-bone side. So trimming that bottom off around that tail, we want to get all that fat and sinew off around that tenderloin section. So we'll go through there, getting that off, then we'll flip it onto the strip loin, kind of trim it up like you would strip a boneless strip loin. So, kind of make a 1-inch tail, trim up some of that fat right there. So get that off there by that valley, come in there, get that tail worked on, so then we can start cutting steaks. Like I said, there's two different varieties you can cut. You can cut your porterhouses, and then you can also cut your T-bones out of it. So typically start with your porterhouse side, then work your way down to your T-bones, unless you just have some T-bone orders. Get that all nice and trimmed up. Now we jump over. There we're starting on that porterhouse side. So thing with the porterhouse too, besides it having to have at least 1.25 inches of tenderloin on there, you're also going to get some of that vein in there like you would on a New York strip. You're going to get that vein end in there for a little bit. So you have a couple of steaks on there that has the vein in on it, and then your nice tenderloin. Kind of going through, then cutting all the way down. You start cutting through that tenderloin, and then once we start hitting under 1.25 inches, we're going to start cutting into T-bones. So you can see, starting to work our way down, tenderloin starting to get smaller and smaller. So then we're going to jump over into our T-bone section. Start cutting, bada bing, going through there, just nice cuts. So nice grilling steak, has great break coverage, can do a minute of things to them. Some people like to marinate them, not the biggest fan, but you could just nice grilled steak, potato, french fry, as right there is a good example of what your T-bones are going to look like. Like I said, once it gets under that 1.25 inches, all the way down to 1/2 inch, that's when we get into some T-bone steaks. So that's all we have today on the short loins. Any questions, you know how to reach us. We are at the LMP, and just remember, what can the LMP do for you?